everybody. Hey. Gonna give it another minute. I'm running late today, but I'm gonna give it another minute to stay consistent with the 503. I hit the button by accident. Sorry. Okay, it's 503. I'm gonna get started because I don't want to keep you guys. So today we're gonna discuss grace. And so I have had an incident that occurred with me. And so in this incident that occurred, I struggled. I struggled really hard with, God, what is it that you're trying to show me in this? And so I'm gonna just tell y'all, explain what occurred. So I used the word that I thought was okay to use interchangeably. So I used the word, I said I didn't trust that this would be okay to share with you. The people were very upset that I said trust. You shouldn't be around people that you don't trust, and so on and so forth. And so, but I said, well, isn't trust and comfortable? Like I didn't feel comfortable with sharing this with you. And they were like, I don't want to be around nobody that don't trust me and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow, can't you give me some grace? I just didn't use, I thought the words could be used together. Grace, trust. I'm sorry, not grace. Grace, not grace at all. Let me slow down. I thought trust and comfortable could be used interchangeably. They was not having it, and it became a whole thing. And so I was like, okay, God, I'm gonna take Monique out of this situation and show me you in this situation. Show me how you can get the glory from this situation. And so it made me think about how we can give grace in 3 different situations. The first one is we extend grace by forgiveness, right? And so Matthew 6:15 is basically paraphrasing it, and it says the way that we forgive is how we will be forgiven. And so I thought about that and was like, okay. Then it made me think about the man that killed my dad. Like I know this may sound crazy, but I'm really at a place where I can forgive a lot of things. Like, and I believe that I have. But forgiveness does not mean that you get to still have a seat with me. I can forgive you. I can forgive whatever, because the forgiveness is for me, right? But that doesn't mean that it just simply means you're not removable. And it made me think about when I was in school, my mother would always say, when you go to school, on the first day of school, you have an A. And, but it's up to you to maintain that A, or it's up to you to, maintain that A, or it's up to you to let the A go. It's really up to you. You can go from an A to an F very quickly. So, and it, like I said, it made me think about the whole trust and comfort. Like it felt like they wanted to have a reason to say, yep, we're done with you. I mean, and it went to the ziggity to the boom, right? And it was like, I mean, I was getting cussed out. But I was so proud of me and my strength and my growth that I didn't give that same energy. It was like, okay. Then I had to come back and I had to ask myself, why do you choose to still be in that circle? What is it about this circle that makes you still want to be here? When do you go from giving a person grace to folding them? And it's okay to fold on people. It really is. So the next thing is encouragement. And I looked at Colossians 4:6 that said, let your conversation be seasoned with salt. Again, I'm still on this situation. And I was thinking to myself, like, I want you to be able to encourage me in my face and when my face is not in the room. So if you can't have the same conversation with me while I'm sitting next to you, and if I'm in another state or across the street, that's a problem. And I got to figure out if I can hold you or fold you. And so I recently had a conversation with a lady on my patio, and it was a fly, and that this fly kept flying around as we were talking, and she's going through probably a divorce. You know, her and her husband are not in a good space. And this fly just would not leave. And I was like, what if this fly was her husband? How would he feel? How would he feel if he heard his wife saying these things? Because until you sign that divorce decree, there's a chance for this to turn around. Like there's some hope. And she wasn't saying anything like he was abusive or he was any of those things. She just was saying things she didn't like. And so I was talking to a friend today, and I had sent her a post from off of Facebook where this lady was going off on her husband because she didn't like, well, she was talking about him because she didn't like a gift that he had given her. It was it was a personalized item, and she didn't like it. She just did not like it. And she started talking about how he was ill, and due to his illness, he sometimes forgets, but she dogged out this gift. And I was like, now it's you. And then she said, am I being mean for not liking it? No, you're not being mean because you don't like the gift. You're being mean because you're on social media dogging this man out to people that don't even know you. I don't know this lady. I'm just in a group with her. And I was thinking, like, where's the grace in that? Where's the grace in, you know how many women over somewhere praying that their husbands would give them a gift, that their husband heard them enough to say, and the gift was a set of towels. And she would fuss at the fact that he was using her towels. And so he went and had towels made for her that had her name on them and everything, but they weren't the color that she wanted them. And so she was dogging out the fact that they weren't the color. And it's like, but you on social media now, you gonna get mad when Nene slide in this man's DMs and say, I would love, that's my favorite color. Then you gonna be mad. But and I'm not saying that that's right, but I'm just simply saying that where's the grace for him? Where's the compassion that a sick person thought enough about you to say, you know what, I'm going to put her name on these, and so that I don't use them because she don't like for me to use her towels. So the next thing is the next thing is extending a helping hand. Now this one got me, y'all. Because, you know, we always been taught about the talents, and God gives you talents. And so it made me think about Romans 12:6. And it says, God gifts you with different talents so that you can do a thing well. Okay? So then I thought about it and I said, God gives us two sets of talents. There's some that we're born with. There's just some things that's just uniquely Monique. It is created in the fiber. You know, people that know me know that I have a laugh. I think my laugh is amazing. I need to package it. But you know, somebody else, I think it's my gift to y'all that I have this infectious laugh, right? But God also gifted me when I became a born again creature. God gifted me with a spiritual gift too. And if I hold my spiritual gift or even the gift that God gave me to give, either one, if I keep those to myself, I'm not encouraging you. I'm not gracing you. If I see that, you know, it was again, y'all know I stay on Facebook probably too much. But it was another meme on Facebook, and it showed, what would you do if you went to your friend's house and their kitchen was full of all these dishes? And so people was like, I will cuss her out. I will walk back out. I'm going to wash my friend's dishes. And then I'm going to sit my friend down and we're going to have a conversation, because my friends don't keep houses that look like this. But if your house does look like this, how about we have a conversation as to the why? Why is your house looking like this? Are you depressed? Because that's most of the time. Are you depressed? Are you overwhelmed? What can I do as a friend? But to take a picture of your home and put it on social media so I can get likes and people laughing, you're not my friend. You haven't graced me. Where's my grace? Where's my love? Where's my compassion? You know, and also your friend circle should be so that whatever you're good at, I should become good at too. Everybody know I owe a baby mansion and student loans. Somebody need to pray them away, because they ain't went down. Probably went up since yesterday, because they, you know, every day they accrue interest. But I want people in my world, and I have people in my world that say, hey, you know what? I have a tool that can teach you how to pay your student loans off quickly. That's what I want. I want people that's not going to be like, ooh, girl, your student loans in the house is the same amount of money. No, yeah, they are. Are you talking about me, or are you trying to tell me how you was able to pay your mortgage off fast by using this system? Or I know a person that can help you do this and do that. And so if you don't have people in your corner that are willing to help you, then that's a problem too. Where's your grace? Where's the grace you have for me? And then the fourth thing is the extension of the gospel, right? You don't love me. You don't have no grace for me if you don't tell me about an all-loving God. If you can't cast some of them pearls out to me about how awesome God is and how God has taken you from this place to that place, then you don't love me for real. You don't have any grace for me, because that should occur. You should be able to, you should just be able to want to give me God. You should be able to, you know, and not from a place where you dogging me out, because, you know, as y'all know, I'm trying to build up this whole talking thing, and it's been people that have said, oh, you know, I don't think you should do this because you're divorced and you had a child out of wedlock and you this, and this. Who better to talk about a perfect God? Because I am the girl that got divorced. I am the girl who had a baby out of wedlock. I am the girl who has done all kind of things. It's not because of me. It's because of a loving God. Because if it was up to me, I would have been somewhere trying to figure out how to escape this. It's grace and mercy that I don't have a needle in my arm. It has nothing to do with me making great decisions. It has everything to do with a God that loves me and has said, hey, she's mine. I got my hand over her, even when she doesn't make the best choices, because we all know that our righteousness is but filthy rags. I think we sometimes forget that. We think that we're so great, but you're really not. You're really not tough. You're really not. And it's somebody giving you some grace. It's somebody that's giving you some love. And for sure, you're going to always receive more grace than what you give. But we forget about that. And grace is so freeing. It really is so freeing. When you finally just grace a person, it's so freeing. And now y'all like, okay, who you connecting this to? It made me think of my homeboy Noah. Noah was it. Noah was trying to convince people to repent and turn away from their life of sin to be with God. And they looking at him like he crazy because he talking about something they never seen before. He telling them it's about to be a flood. They like, a flood? We ain't never even seen rain. What is this rain you're talking about? You telling us water's gonna fall from the sky? They had never had water fall from the sky before. It was not heard of, though it was literally coming up. It said that it would miss the ground. If you go to Genesis chapter 2, 5, and 6, the mist would come up, and that's how the vegetation got water. It wasn't falling from the sky. So he's out here building this ark. He's trying to encourage people. He's trying to tell people to forget, ask for forgiveness. He's offering a helping hand. He's building this ark. They think he plumb Nelly crazy. And I can't say that I wouldn't. I see you out here building the ark. You building it for years. And you telling me, the wrath of God is coming and you need to get your life together and you need to get you and your family in this boat. And if you don't get you and your family in this ark, y'all gonna die. I'll be looking at him probably crazy too. And that's just being honest. However, he had to have a whole lot of grace. He was trying to give people grace. And because of his grace, God said that he was righteous amongst his generation. And so that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a crew of people that want to be righteous with me among my generation. And not just that we out here standing and marching for Christ, even though that's a part of it. I need to know that you on Team Monique. I need to know, like I said, that you can extend me forgiveness because I'm going to need it. I need to know that you're going to extend me some encouragement because Lord knows I'm going to need it. And that encouragement also comes in the rooms that I don't get an invitation to. But somebody is throwing a party and you say, you know what, my girlfriend Monique's made cupcakes. So why don't you give her a call? That's encouragement. And then offer that helping hand. You know that I'm struggling with something. I got a teenage daughter. Maybe you say, you know what, I want to extend help to you with your daughter. I see that she's doing this, and this. Maybe I can help you do this. How are you extending it? Sis, I see you struggling with your weight. Sis, I see you, I took an eyebrow class, y'all. Y'all see my eyebrows as ace deuce, but I'm trying. Sis, I see you trying to work on this makeup. Let me help you. Let me show you how to put these eyebrows on so you ain't looking like one going, huh, and one going, what? But hey, I'm working on it. So you extend your helping hand. And then if your spiritual gift is praying and interceding, then you pray. You intercede for me. You encourage me. You do whatever it is that God has gifted you to do. Those are the people that I want on my team. And that you love me enough to offer me your Christ. That you love me enough that you don't just girl me straight to hell. When you see that I'm not doing right, because see, some people, I'm gonna protect my peace. Don't protect my peace enough for me not to have it right. Protect my peace enough to say, sis, what you're doing is wrong. That is absolutely wrong. That's how you know people truly love you. When they can correct you, but it's the way you correct me. Correction shouldn't be on Facebook so the whole wide world know that I was raggedy. Correction shouldn't be coming from Pookie and Ray Ray and them. Correction shouldn't be from anybody but from you coming to me saying, sis, that wasn't right how you spoke to your daughter. That wasn't right how you spoke or how you did this. Sis, that ain't right that you doing this, and this. That you come directly to me. That's how you love me. That's how you extend me grace. And I think next week I'm going to talk about, because we so big about I'm going to match energy. I didn't read the Bible a few times. I ain't a scholar, but I didn't read it a few times, right? Nowhere in the Bible do I see the word energy. I'm going to match your energy. I'm going to match your vibe. Those are things we say. What we deal with is demons. When you come into me a certain kind of way, that's because you're dealing with a demon. Now, it's up to me how I address it. Do I go toe-to-toe, flow-to-flow with you? Or do I say, okay, God, this is a demon. This ain't even this person. Because it said we don't fight against flesh and blood. This is a demon. So instead of us being so quick to match energy, love that person enough to pray for them and be like, you know what? This ain't even them. That's a demon that's trying to work through them to get to me. And I'm going to pray for them. And I'm going to give them my pearls. I'm going to give some pearls, but my pearls can be in my prayer. And when they come to themselves, I'm going to be humble enough to hear my sister, hear my brother, and restore them back to where we once were. That's also giving a person grace. Too often, we so quick to kick people out our lives, but that very person might have been the keys that you needed to get to the next level. I tell y'all all the time, I remember my supervisor fired me. When I tell you, there's some days I just sit and think I want to send her an email so bad and tell her thank you. I did tell one guy that he fired me, laid me off, and Nadia was 6 weeks old. I was going back to work after being off on maternity leave. 6 weeks old. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have no health insurance. When I tell you we ain't get sick, when I tell you we ain't miss a meal, it wasn't easy. It was a struggle. It wasn't fun. But we got through it. And for the first, I got to spend the whole 2 years with my baby, and I took care of her. I maintained her. I had because I would get a couple jobs in between there, but I could never work 90 days. People will always let me go right before they could have to pay me unemployment. But I look back at those things now, and I promise you I could high five them. I promise you I could hug them. I promise you I want to take them out to dinner. Because everything you did was a setup for where I am right now. And I didn't see it. But God already, he know the finish line. All I see is right here and what's behind me. And so often I'm stuck back here because I don't know what's the next step. So I'm like, you know, I hear one word and my brain is compute. It's time to abort. And so you mess up. You can miss it. So I don't want to talk too much about next week, but this week, I just want y'all to say, make sure y'all giving people grace. And as much as you want to give yourself grace, and we need it, make sure you giving that same grace to somebody else. Because I promise you, if you really talk to somebody and really want to have a real conversation, somebody has given you grace. It might have been 15 years ago. Somebody had to grace you because you wasn't all cute and smelling cute like you do today. It was somebody that had to get on their knees and go prostrate on their face and ask God to help you so that you could be where you are to think you so good today. So all I can say is give grace because it's so needed, and it's needed for you too. And it's helpful. So that's it. I love y'all. Talk to y'all later. All right. Bye.